Ladies and gentlemen,
all right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of On the Pole Racing here at Fleeger Farm TV as we bring you the FMA John Dubai Cup. And see here, qualifying is underway right now. Brock Morris out there in front with a 29.807. Wetland with a 29.945. They continue to work around here around the racetrack, trying to figure out who we got out here for excitement. You see there, that is Shea Charlton. He's now got the quick time of a 29.805, 2 thousandths of a second over top of Morris. So it should be a fun race here tonight, folks. Make sure everybody's hearing me okay. Crazy that Menards number 58, driven by Adam Love. Hang on out there. Look out. The 23 of Tyler Castleman in trouble. And we're going out here. Great job so far. Let's go here. And then here. And then... Alright, it did change the name like it was supposed to. Man. So you are hearing me okay as qualifying continues. I noticed we got a slight issue on our end of things on YouTube. I noticed we don't have quite the name that it should be. Give me a moment, we will fix that. It should have been set, but it apparently didn't set. So qualifying slowly coming to an end. And then now warm-up's underway. All right, that should do it. I see them all heading out there. I'm going to have to change where that Patreon thing is, though. Hey, Chase Ella out there. Quickest time right now in warm-up, the 30.002. Getting ready and ready to go here in another minute. Got Chase Zilla out there in his Dodge, that Dr. Pepper machine. And we got him heading out here. Like we said, under a minute now for our warm-ups before we get to that grid. What do we think we can expect here tonight from these drivers? Good hard racing like normal? I would think so. Definitely for those that joined us for the Coast to Coast Racing Network broadcast there. Man, they had some great racing over there as well. Through the Mission 22 limited late models, 360 wing sprint cars, and then the Regal Wraps and Designs midgets. Here tonight we got the John Dubai Cup from Freedom Motorsport Alliance with the Gen 4 Atlanta Motor Speedway. I get lined up here. I should change this to Legacy Gen 4, though, because that is what they are here on iRacing. Oh, no. Come on. Why aren't you typing here, you? There you go. Here we go. Your starting grid tonight. It's going to be Shea Charlton out there in front with Chase Zilla there in third. Well, wait a moment here. Let's restart this. Shea Charlton starts out there on pole to his outside in second. Brock Morris driving at 05. The number 26, Chase Zilla there in third with PJ Whitland there in fourth. Tyler Katzman there in fifth, driving at number 23 with Adam Lowe there in position 6, driving number 58. Sorry if I called him Adam Love earlier. It's Adam Lowe. Jeremy James there in 7th. In at 221, Alexander Zujic there in the 8th position, driving at 555. The 37 of Bobby Watts will roll off 9th tonight with Robert McRae there in 10th. Sage Greco driving the number 17 will roll off there in 11th with Ryan Peters there in 12th, driving at number 5. All right, in 13th, it's going to be Joseph Spillman driving at number 40 at 1. And in 14th, driving at number 34 is Jacob Brown. Graham Connolly rounds out your field tonight. They're in 15th position, driving at number 71. All right, here we go. Everybody looks to be eager to get things underway here tonight from the old Atlanta. We'll be at New Atlanta tomorrow night with the Truck Series. Unfortunately, that one is not broadcasted, but that is where FMA is tomorrow night. Bringing on out up corner number 4. We see Barney here in the flag stand waving that flag. And down here in the corner number 1 they go. And side by side, look up there at the top side. That's the 05 of Brock Morris getting out there to an early lead. But that's 6 of Shea Tarleton down there on the inside. Here comes Chase Zilla right there with him as they work off the corner down that back straightaway. Sage working his way up through the field there in 11th. And that number 17, PJ Whitland back there in 10th. We see there's that 17. That's Sage Greco working his way up through. Currently, he looks to try to get around that yellow sponsored machine of Ryan Peters. There you see Ryan Peters back there, filming up there against that outside wall. Jacob Brown down there on the inside. Graham Connolly not out on track. Down there off of the corner through 3 and 4 back out onto the front stretch. Chase Zilla right there in 3rd. Some might know him as Chase Matsko, but Chase Zilla here for us at Freedom Motorsport Alliance and FFTV. Oh, why do I not have this up? Oh, that's why. I want this. Here, watch them coming out of the corner. Guess that's going to move around each broadcast a little bit, but here tonight it's up there in the top right. That's the FMA patrons. Head on out down there to the corner. You got Chase Zilla there. In second now, they got around Tyler Castleman. Castleman's back there in 3rd now. Shea Tarleton also working there, trying to hang on. He's there in 4th. About to lose a spot there to Adam Lowe as he works down there on the bottom side of corner number 4. Working up there off They got that 555. Alexander Ujic there coming out of corner number 2 right there. The 803, Robert McRae, up there on the top side. The 37 of Bobby Watts, that Ninja Turtle painted machine up there along the top side. They work down the backstretch. 75 laps the distance here tonight for the John Dobias Cup Series. Working there off the corner, down in the corner, number 1 and 2. You see that Oreo painted machine of the 23, Tyler Castleman, working on that higher side. See if he can gain the momentum off the corner. And tires can mean a lot here at Legacy Atlanta, or as well as some would call it Old Atlanta. So not the new paved surface. This is before they paved it. You know, there's some bumps and things, and it will eat tires. They come there off of 4. So generally, with these cars, since they are kind of a Gen 4, they're the Legacy Gen 4 from iRacing. But the Gen 4 cars ran this Atlanta track. I don't know how to spell it. I don't know. They got Brock, Chase Zilla, Tyler Castleman there 3rd, Adam Lowe there in 4th, Robert McRae here 5th, Bobby Watts in 6th, Sage Grego there in 7th, Alexander Ujic there in 8th. I don't know how to say that last name too well. Shea Tarleton there in 9th, PJ Wentland back there in 10th as they work there off the corners. There's Chase Zilla once again. Tyler Castleman slowly trying to gain up there. Worked on the back bumper of Chase as they work off the corner. Doing what they can off the corner down here through 3 and 4. I hope I'm right. No, that's 1 and 2, sorry. Down through that backstretch. In the corner number 3 and 4. Tyler Castleman there in 3rd. Chase Zilla there 2nd. Brock Morris out there in front. Sage Greco working his way up through the field. He's now up there in the 6th. Now he's trying to gain on Bobby Watts, who's in that 37. And not too far in front of him. They come down off the backstretch here, out of the corner. But Bobby Watts there, right in front of Sage now. Sage, what a great run he's having. Bringing that car up through the field. Now, if you're curious, Sage Greco, he has had, when it comes to wins this season in the Gen 4. This is only race number 2 of the Legacy Gen 4 this season. But the last race was Ryan Peters getting 2nd, Major Afaw getting 3rd, and Joe Spillman getting the win. For race number 1 of the John Dobias series. Off at turn number 3 and 4, they go. Watts still hanging on to 6. The Sage Greco worked around him. Now he's working there to get around Castleman. Here at lap number 15. I work off the corner. Brock Morris still leads the way with Chase Zilla in 2nd. Adam Lowe there in 3rd. But Sage Greco closing in on them all. Putting down some great lap times there out of that number 17. Fastest lap, though, on track. If I'm looking right now, I want to look and say that right now belongs to Tyler Castleman with a 30.15. But as I said before, a fast lap doesn't really mean much here at this Atlanta layout. As it eats tires quite badly. Down here off the corner. As Brock Morris is still leading the way. Chase Zilla there in second. Adam Lowe there in third. Sage Greco in fourth. Right now we're here at lap number 18. Jay Tarleton out of Rockford, Illinois, is currently running there in seventh. Down there through the bottom of the speedway, Brock Morris as your leader. Chase Zilla in second. Oh no! Castleman and the look like Castleman and the 37. I thought Bobby Watts got together a little bit. Castleman ends up dropping back a little bit, letting out of it. Lost some momentum. There's Greco. He's chasing down Adam Lowe. Brock Morris out there in front. Chase Zilla there second. Adam Lowe there third. Sage Greco fourth. Shea Tarleton there fifth. Alexander Zujic there in sixth. Bobby Watts seventh. PJ Wentland there eighth. Jeremy James there ninth. Tyler Castleman in 10th. Now here comes the hungry Sage Greco. What in third spot? That roll down there on the bottom. Great run, looks there to the inside of that Ford Taurus of Adam Lowe, bringing that Impala down there on the inside. He'll get there, and he'll make the pass cleanly through 1 and 2. As Chase Zilla is there, second. Brock Morris out front, that 05. Chevrolet sponsored Chevrolet. As see there, back here in seventh is the yellow sponsored machine. Nationwide sponsored 221 of Jeremy James. Bobby Watson at 37. Ryan Peters back here in the 10th spot with Tyler Kautzman in 11th. Robert McRae there in 12th. Jacob Brown there in 13th. Joseph Spillman there 14th. Graham Connolly, as we said, not gritting up for this race tonight. A few laps away from a third of the way through the race. Hey, driver do a great job here tonight. Off the corner, there you see Chase Zilla heading up there into that outside wall a little bit. Sage Greco, he's trying to get up there and get with him. We see Kautzman, as we said, he ran the fastest lap here tonight, but ended up here with his car. Looks like he's needing tires. He's heading to pit road. Chase Zilla up there in that number 2 spot down that back straightaway. So I'll be curious, will these drivers make 2 stops or 1 stop, depending on how they can save their tires? I'm going to bet Sage Greco is going to end up here coming off the corner. And here off in the corner number 2. Down that back straightaway, Adam Lowe, Shea Tarleton there in 5th. Alexander Zujic coming out. Now there's time. Bob almost slipped up and called Sage Greco Sage Gecko. Sitting here thinking maybe somebody should paint him up a gecko scheme for his car. As the FMA Gecko. Coming here out of turn 2 is the number 6 there, Shea Tarleton. Down there in the corner, number 3 and 4, Sage there 3rd. Chase Zilla there in 2nd. Adam Lowe back here in 4th. He's driving really putting in the work here tonight. Here at lap number 28. Castleman on pit road. That's what you see there underneath that banner. As Castleman on pit road. No, he seemed to be down there quite a bit. I don't know if he's got some damage or what's going on with that machine. But he's got some problem. Morris out front. Sage Greco's trying to chase down Chase Zilla. Sage is still running 3rd. Adam Lowe in 4th. Shea Tarleton back here in 5th. That Stranger Things machine. Alexander Zujic back here in that 55 iRacing machine. PJ Wentland back here in that yellow. Hanging on out here, Ryan Peters there in 8th. Jeremy James there in 9th. Bobby Watson 10th. Joseph Spillman 11th. Robert McRae back here in 12th. With Jacob Brown back here in the 13th. Working there off the corner. Head on out here. Waiting to see what happens with pit stop. And we're here with the John Dubai Cup from FMA, our Freedom Motorsport Alliance, here at On the Pole from Flinger Farm TV. I let them roll on out here. Great job as they work up there on that top side. Sage at the bumper of Chase Zilla. As Greco trying to bring it on up there. Looking there at the top side, not enough there. Gonna look underneath. He's got a nose there. He worked down here in the corner number 1. Greco is there. Little wiggle coming off of turn 2. Keeping it straight though. Side by side there with Chase Zilla. As they work down here in the corner number 3 and 4. On that bottom side is Sage. Top side is Chase. As they work down here through across the stripe. Sage Greco getting the credit for that spot, that lap. They work down here in the corner number 1 again. They let him come off of turn number 2. Greco will get up there in front of Chase. As they now work down the backstretch, Chase Zilla has thrown sparks off that outside wall. Brock Morris out front there for the time being as Sage Greco up 9 spots. There to 2nd is Chase Zilla there in a 3rd. Getting here to be almost halfway. I bet we'll start seeing some pit stops here in the next few laps as we're 3.5 laps away, or rather 3 laps away from halfway. halfway of 30 or of 75 laps is lap 37 and a half. So that'll mean whenever they're on the backstretch of lap 37, or backstretch of the start of lap 38, rather. So when they come across, that ticker switches to lap 38. When they get onto the backstretch, that is halfway. Down here, Group 2 onto that backstretch. We got Tarleton on pit road. Brown has come in. Watts has come in. So Brown come in at lap 29. Bobby Watts came in at lap 30. There's Watts, Brown. Tarleton down there getting work on. As you're on board there with Brock Morse out there in front. There you see Chasilla watching Sage Greco slide away from him with Adam Lowe down there on the inside, trying to get up there to Chasilla. Chase has burnt up the tires just a little bit on that number 26 machine. We'll see if we got any other takers here. As Castleman still on pit road, been down there for 6 minutes for repairs. They come there across through the restart zone in the corner number 1. Alexander Zujic back here in a pit. You can see there's some lap down drivers between him and the driver in front. I'm not sure who's there in front of him. Jacob Brown may be one of them. Shea Tarleton could be another. No, he's not. He's back there behind. So trying to figure out where these drivers are on track in relation to where the leaders are. They come there off the corner, in the corner number 1 and 2. As you're on board with Adam Lowe. Up there, look at Sage all the way up there against that outside wall, working there off the corner. And we're down there. I'm trying to make sure that I am calling it right. You see the 58, working down there on the low side. Here comes that number 34, Jacob Brown, who pitted at lap 29. He's trying to get his lap back the hard way. Work down there in the corner number 1 and 2. Chase Zilla up there against the outside. Here comes Adam Lowe down there on the inside, and they work up off the corner. The 34, Brown right there with him. Going to go underneath the Chase. Chase not really standing the shot right there against them fresh tires. And I don't think Lowe is going to either, as there you see the 34. Chase Zilla out of pit road. Brock Morris to pit road. Adam Lowe down there across the line. He'll take another lap around here. As you're on board with Jacob Brown here in 12, who pitted at lap number 29. Shea Tarleton pitted at lap 34. Here's where we're over a third of the way. Well, no, I guess we're over halfway. Sorry. Over halfway here at lap 40. Hey, Watt Brown there coming out of turn 4. Greco out there in front. Leading the way, Adam Lowe there in second. Peters back here in third. Jeremy James in fourth. Joseph Spillman there fifth. As they work there off the corner. You see James down there on the bottom. Coming to pit road. Adam Lowe on pit road. Jujic coming off pit road. Wetland coming off pit road. Robert McRae, he's down there on pit road. Sage Greco brings it on in. That leaves Ryan Peters, Joseph Spillman out on track, yet to pit. I don't think they're going to waste too much time, though, before pitting. You see Spillman there out of turn 4. He's going to bring it another lap around. Try to put some distance to stay on the lead lap if he can. We're under 25 laps to go. Oh, I'm sorry, no, we're not. What? Don't listen to me. Here we go, out of corner number 4. There comes Spillman this time. Peters still out there in the pack. He comes down there in the corner number 3 and 4. He's the lone wolf out there. looks like he'll bring it this time as he's down on the apron. That's going to hand it over. Got Brock Morris once again. And not too far behind him, Sage Greco, who's there in second. Shea Tarleton there in fourth. Adam Lowe in fifth. Great pit stop there for Adam Lowe to get him out there in pit ahead of Chase, who pitted back on lap 39. So they pitted a lap different. But Adam Lowe is in front of Chase right now. Tarleton out there in fourth. As we see Peters there on pit road. Brock Morris there out front. There's Sage Greco. Brock going around somebody out there. That is going to be the 34 of Jacob Brown. Hey, bring it on down here through 3 and 4, back all onto the front stretch. Brock, followed by Sage, followed by Shea. Shea Tarleton doing a pretty good job here tonight. And we're there off turn number 4. Watching Shea Tarleton there in third. Sage there in second. Up 9 spots from where he started. Would like to see the lead if he can, but he's got to get up there to Brock. And Brock going there through turn 3 right now. They're off the corner down here through into that 3 and 4. You watch Brock come there off up forward through into that front stretch. Greco there in second. Chase Zilla there in third. Adam Lowe there for us. Shea Tarleton there fifth. Ryan Peters there in sixth. With Alexander Zujic there in 7th, Wetland there 8th. Jeremy James in 9th. Joseph Spillman there in 10th. Off of corner number 3. 24 laps to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Brock Morris out front. Greco there in second. Chase Zilla trying to work his way back up in the top three as Adam Lowe's down there on his inside as you're on board with Chase right now, working through turn 3 and 4. But Adam Lowe doing a great job holding them off so far. Up there on that top side, we got the 26. Chase Zilla trying to get up there to get third away from Adam Lowe. They work there off of the corner. And down here in the 1 and 2. There you see there, Chase Zilla in fourth, still trying to battle that spot out. Can't quite get there to battle it out. We're going to slide this over to the other side of the screen here. Only because, here. I want to bring something else up here. With 21 laps to go, there we go, your track map to show you where your drivers are. And see, they are spread out quite a bit around the speedway. And we're looking there at Chase Zilla. Yeah, it looks like he might have lost a little ground on Adam Lowe. And Lowe's up there, working off of 2 down that back straightaway. 20 laps to go. The 05, Brock Morris out there in front, but Sage is slowly closing the gap. Less than a second between these guys. Now they head down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Brock Morris pitted at lap 39. Sage Greco pitted at lap 41. So Sage Greco most likely has a fresher tires than what Brock does. Unless Sage went and burned it up, but I don't think he did. Jacob Brown on pit road. Here late in this one, as we got 18 laps to go. We're going to hear off the corner down that back straightaway. Brock Morris there in front with Sage Greco there second. Adam Lowe there in third. Chase Zilla fourth. Brian Peters there in a fifth with Shea Tarleton there in sixth. There you see Sage Greco going to the outside here. As they come here off of 4, 17 laps to go. He'll make the pass on Brock Morris, dropping Brock Morris back here in the second. Adam Lowe holding on pretty good there, 2 third spot. They work down there through the front straightaway in the corner number 1. 16 laps to go here at Atlanta for the Legacy Gen 4 from FMA Motorsports. This is the John Dubai Cup. They want him come there off the corner. That's the 58, Adam Lowe. Chase Zilla there for it. Ryan Peters there 5th. Alexander Zujic there in 6th with PJ Wetland there in 7th. Jeremy James there in 8th with Spillman there in 9th. Robert McRae in 10th with Shea Charlton there in 11th. Bobby Watts in 12th. Coming there off the corner. And then Sage Greco there out front. Up 10 spots from where he started. He's about to put Bobby Watts another lap down. 13 laps to go here at Atlanta. Coming there off the corner, Adam Lowe back here in 3rd. Here you see Chase Zilla. He's got the lap down machine of Joseph Spillman there between him and Adam Lowe. You got Sage Greco, Brock Morris out there in front. Everybody heads off here. There's that 05 going underneath Bobby Watts. Now you got him on board here with Brock Morris heading down that back straightaway. In the 3 and 4, Greco out front. Adam Lowe there in 3rd. Chase Zilla 4th. Ryan Peters in 5th with Alexander Zujic there in 6th. Wetland there in 7th. And H. Greco comes around. 10 laps to go. I'm sorry. Still 11 laps to go here coming. He works through off of 2. Down off in the corner, number 3 and 4. Brock Morris there in 2nd. Adam Lowe here in 3rd. Chase Hill is there in 4th. Brian Peters there in 5th. Alexander Zujic back here in 6th. Hey, watch them all working there off the corner. What a night here. As Castleman's still down there on the pit road. That's why his numbers kind of ghosted out there on the map. That's because he's sitting on pit road. So he's not technically out, but yeah, he's not racing either. Brock Morris there in 2nd. Adam Lowe back here in 3rd. Chase Zilla there in 4th. Ryan Peters there in 5th. I think Brown is back here quite a ways. Yeah, he's still on track, but still getting around. Back here in that 34 Lowe's machine. Adam Lowe here in 3rd. Chase Zilla 4th. Ryan Peters there 5th. Alexander Zudik there in 6th. Wetland there in 7th as they roll off here in the 1 and 2. Sage Greco brings it out here to 8 laps to go. He brings it on in the corner number 1 himself. Adam Lowe in 3rd. Chase Zilla there for it. Ryan Peters there 5th. Wetland there in 7th. Jeremy James in 8th. Joseph Spillman in 9th. As they work it on out through off the bottom. We got 8 drivers on the lead lap. Jeremy James in that 221. Your last car on the lead lap. Soon to possibly be lapped here as we're down to 7 laps to go. And Sage Greco is closing. Brock Morris back here in 2nd. Adam Lowe there 3rd. Chase Zilla there in 4th. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the On the Pole episodes here tonight. We had the pleasure of bringing them to you. And you see that 17 up there, that's Sage Greco. Driving that Zen Wintergreen machine. Adam Lowe there getting around. 34, Jacob Brown. Jacob Brown actually getting around him. Jacob Brown, as we said, pitted at lap 55, so he's got the freshest tires. So he's going to try to get out there and gain a couple spots if he can. I don't know if he'll be able to, though. We'll see here. I think Watts is still a lap ahead of him. We'll see here as they come off the corner, but I'm almost positive that's how it is laying out right now, is that Watts is a lap ahead of Brown. You see there Carlton a lap down, Spillman a lap down, James a lap down, McRae down a lap, Watts down 2 laps, and Brown down 3 laps. So I was right. I thought that was the way it was laying out, was that Brown was still a lap behind Watts. There you got Brock out there in second, Adam Lowe here in third. Chase Zilla, there you see Adam Lowe still there behind the lap machine of Jacob Brown, and they work there off a 2. There's Chase Zilla there in fourth. Just can't seem to get closed in there. And he's got that Spillman machine right there behind him. Spillman has a little bit fresher tires than him as well. I don't know if Spillman will get around him or if they'll just kind of finish out that way. But it looks like Chase Zilla is going to finish fourth. Adam Lowe is going to finish third if it plays out this way. We got 3 laps to go with Sage Greco coming there out of turn 4 to bring it to 2 to go. In front of him is the 3, that's the 003, 803 rather, of Robert McRae, who's down there on the inside. Sage is going to go high. Robert's going to hold it low for him. They work there off a 2. Sage getting around him. Sage got around Jeremy James, so that'll leave Whitman as your last car on the lead lap, and he works there out of turn 4. And Sage Greco brings it to the white flag. 1 lap to go for Sage Greco in that number 17 machine. Brock Morris in the 05. And Adam Lowe back here in third spot in that number 58. As long as nothing crazy happens, those will be your top 3 as you're on board now with Sage Greco as he heads into his final set of corners here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. On the bottom side, nobody around him. Coming up off the corner, don't you dare go and hit that wall. Jacob Brown had issues. He had wrecked or something. Ended up towing back to the pits. But Sage Greco, he'll get the win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway here tonight. Great job there by Sage Greco, bringing it up through the field, up 10 spots. Brock Morris, great run by him, at least keeping the spot that he started. Sitting there in second, Adam Lowe in third tonight, coming up 3 spots, finishing ahead of Chase Zilla, who started third and ended up finishing fourth. So we'll get with our winners here in just a moment. Your race results are going to be Sage Greco, Brock Morris, Adam Lowe, Chase Zilla, Ryan Peters, Alexander Dugan, PJ Wetland, Jeremy James, Joseph Spillman there in 9th, 10th going to Shea Tarleton, Robert McRae finishing 11th, 12th, Bobby Watts, 13th, Jacob Brown, Tyler Castleman, 14th, Graham Connolly there in 15th. That is your field here tonight. We definitely appreciate everybody watching. We are getting right to the interviews here in one quick moment. These drivers did a phenomenal job here tonight. Adam Lowe, your third place finisher. Good evening there, Adam. How's it going? Adam Lowe, you got a copy? Hello?
Hey, you got me
Here you are. How's it going?
It's going real good. I'm real happy with my debut race here with you guys.
Well, you got third, and you finished ahead of Chase Zilla. Man, take us through that race. What was your thoughts driving Old Atlanta here with the Legacy Gen 4s?
I love this old Atlanta track, and this car is always a lot of fun. So I knew I just had to keep tires under me, and I was just going to try to just focus on my race. I wasn't trying to race anybody all day long, and it worked out. I mean, a lot of guys sound like they burned up their tires, and I was able to capitalize, and it's a good pit stop, and just kind of drove away there the second half of the race.
All right, so you said this was your debut race with FMA here tonight?
Yep, this is.
Well, so what did you think about a league that was able to run it caution-free here at Old Atlanta?
That's pretty impressive, especially for some of the hard racing that I saw throughout the race too.
Well, these guys are super competitive and definitely great sportsmanship here at FMA. So hopefully you enjoy your time, and we hope to see you in future races. You got any sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting third tonight?
Yeah, I'll definitely be back. It was a lot of fun. Be here as well as the GT3s. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Colombo Properties, and my wife for allowing me to get on here.
All righty, great job, and we'll see you next week there, Adam.
All right, I look forward to it. We'll see you then.
All right, have Adam Lowe. Now we'll get with Brock Morris, our second place finisher. Good evening, Brock. How's it going? Man, some of these drivers are hard to get a hold of tonight. Hey, Brock, you there?
Hello? Does that work?
You are.
All right. Sorry, I didn't have a push-to-talk button bound, or at least I thought I did, but then didn't end up having. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. What a race tonight.
Yeah, the second I saw Sage in my mirror after that pit cycle, I kind of knew it was probably over. I gotta hand it to him, man. He was about 4 seconds down after coming out of the pits and hunting me down and then still setting faster laps than I. Yeah, that was just incredible from him.
Yeah, he definitely found some extra speed there at the end for sure.
Oh, yeah, and just hats off to him, man. He earned that one.
He's the one to try to beat for sure. I mean, it seems that he's got a nose for asphalt.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I mean, not to take away from him winning, but man, you got a great job holding on to second. I mean, it's not easy here at FMA to get these podiums.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was kind of a spur of the moment race for me. I have never really liked this track all that much. I've only ever done one race here, and I was like, I don't want to come back here again. But plans for the evening ended pretty quickly, so I was like, I saw Chase's message in chat, like, hey, get in here, and I was like, yeah, all right, settle in. So honestly, for just showing up, I'm really happy with how the night went.
Definitely looked like it went very well, and you got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting that second position here tonight?
Yes, sir. Kettering Esports, Revved Up Racing. Got to thank you guys for putting this whole thing on, and thanks to my mom and dad, and Corn Dog Designs as well.
All righty, well, great job, and that Chevrolet looked pretty good out there, so good luck as the season progresses. We'll see how it goes, because it's only race 2, as we had 2 weeks off.
Yeah, I might need to show up to a couple more of these. I wasn't planning on running full time, but it was a good time tonight, so might have.
Alrighty, well, we'll see if you do. Glad you had a great time and great job on that second place finish.
All right, thank you.
All right, Brock Morris. Now we'll get with our winner. Man, good evening there, Sage. How's it going?
Hello, Adam.
Man, you really have an act for these asphalt races, don't you?
Yeah, brother. We only turn left around here, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if Chase would agree with that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Chase, he only likes super speedway racing and mainly trucks. But we'll get him better at these Gen 4 cars one day, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, I got to give him a little bit of a roast, huh? Oh, it's all in good fun. But, man, I mean, I forget. I know you were in the podium Sunday night with the Xfinity cars, and to come out here and win this one, and you really are somebody to try to beat here on these asphalt races.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, we have a good time. whether or not you're fast or slow, I think I'd rather be considered clean over all that. So, make sure I race people the same, whether or not, racing for the win or, if they're lap down or whatever. Yeah, we have a good time.
Well, I know that's a big thing here at FMA is we see a lot of great sportsmanship where lap cars definitely do hold their line, whether it be high or hold it low. They definitely seem to let the other drivers know where they're going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. They do a good job. Admins do a good job enforcing all that too.
Well, you got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting that victory here tonight?
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you did a great job, and we'll see you in the future here, I guess. You think you're going to try for another championship?
Yeah, gonna try. I think my only one was the Legacy Arco we did. All the other seasons, I ended up missing a bunch of races for some reason. Either that or kept kicking my ass every week. But luckily, he wasn't here tonight.
Well, we'll see how it goes next week whenever you hop back into the Xfinity car again.
Yeah, that and I think yeah, that's right. You don't broadcast trucks. Yeah, man.
Yeah, tomorrow night I'll be on track with you. So
yeah. Tomorrow night's your night.
We'll see how well it goes. I put in some practice here in old Atlanta, and then I wake up this morning and saying, "Oh no, we're track changing." Oh.
Oh, they changed it?
Yeah, it's now New Atlanta. Did you not get that memo?
Oh, no, I don't keep up too much with it. New Atlanta, all right.
Yeah, not so much practice as much as luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think I would have rather have old Atlanta, but that's just me, because at least then there'd be something to try to race. Because for me, I'm not competitive to race against other drivers. I got to have something to race, so why not race the track?
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, either way, I think we'll have a good time.
I'm sure we will. So, but great job again getting that win, and we'll see you, as we said, Sunday night here on FFTV as we take on another track for the Xfinity Series.
Yes, sir.
You have yourself a great night and a great weekend coming forward there, Sage.
All right, brother. God bless.
All right, that was Sage Greco, your winner here tonight. Started 11th, finished first. What a night for him. Great job. I can't wait to see how it goes. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow night here at FFTV for the Pro Late models from coast to coast. And then I'll be in the driver's seat after that. So thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a great and wonderful night.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.